Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card, which is a 5x7 double panel slider card. Now I originally saw a version of this card over on Positively Papercraft's channel, and hers was called a wreath slider card. I think it was a wreath, I think it's called a wreath slider card, and it was a different size and a different orientation. So the one that she made, this is my prototype of the one she made. So this is done exactly with her instructions. So this is the size it is. So it's flat. It ends up being 5 3/4 by 5 7/8 roughly. And so it opens this way around. And so it opens up and you've got these, excuse my writing. So you've got these two panels that slide up. And on the back, you've got all of that working there, which is similar, sort of similar to what I've got here. But these strips here come around and stick on the other side. And then obviously you cover that up with your mats and layers and whatever. So that is exactly what her version was like. So I had a bit of a tweak. So I had a bit of a go and tried to make a 5x7. So this is my 5x7. Obviously I've stuck a panel over the top of that so you can't see where the strips go. So this was my 5x7 version. And then I was like, hang on a second. Instead of sticking strips on, because I actually made my strips, as you can see, I made my strips wider. So I thought, let me go up from, because obviously I'm doing a larger card. Let me go for a 2-inch. Well, it's not even, I don't even know how big, it's more than 2 inches, but let's go for a bigger strip. And then let's not actually just stick them on. How about if we just change it up a little bit? So off the back of those two, we've finally arrived at this. Okay, so this is the final version. So you've got obviously your Merry Christmas on the front. You haven't got any strips stuck here. And then you open it up and you've still got your two panels. And on the back, it looks very similar, but these are not separate. Okay, so you'll see when we make it, they're not separate. And you've still got this here. Yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. Pretty much, yeah. So that's the way round that I did it in my live stream, and that's the way round that Anne did hers. So it stands up really nicely by itself. So it's great for both orientations, to be fair. And then obviously I've done mine as a portrait with a little slider. I really like it. It's a really nice card. I want to try and do a 6x6 version, possibly an A5 as well. Yeah, and I want to have a bit of a play with these panels because at the moment it's got two panels. But I feel like you could even have a bit of a play further with that. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. So the papers that I've used for the card is my Yuletide Wishes pack, and this is available as a paper pad in A4 and 8.5 by 8.5 over on Amazon. So the links are in the description below. It's also available as a digital kit over in my Ko-fi shop. So don't forget to go and check those out. The die that I used on the front here is from In Love Art Shop. So if you use my code Iced Images, all in one word, that would get you 20% off your order. This Oh Holy Night was either from In Love Arts or from Coca Rosa. I can't remember which one. I'll try and link it below. Again, I will have a code. If it's Coca Rosa, I've got a code which is Iced20. That would get you 20% off. And then all the poinsettia and the wreaths, they're all from the kit. So yeah, so that is the card. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need one piece of base card that is 7x10. So you could use a 5x7 card blank, which is what I've done. And you're going to score it halfway at 5 inches. And then that is all you need to do for the scoring. We are going to do some cutting on this in a minute, but for now, scoring, that's all you need to do. Then you also need a piece of base card that is 7 inches by 7 1/4. And on the long side, the 7 1/4 side, you want to score it at 4 inches. And that's all we need to do for that. And then you just need a piece that is 1 inch by 8 inches. And you're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 7 1/2. So basically 1/2 inch on either side. Okay, so then starting with the one you've just done, you're just going to fold those over. You've got 2 mounting folds like that. So that's what you should end up with. And then this one here, it's usually 7 by 7 1/4. Just going to fold it along the score line, and you should end up with like a card blank, as it were, but it's got a little bit of a, it's got one bit that's too bigger than the other side. And then your card blank, you just need just 7 by 10, just need to fold that in the halfway, and then we're going to do some more things to this. Okay, so once you've folded that in half, you then want to grab yourself a pencil and a ruler, and then what we're going to do is along the fold line, we're going to make a mark at 1 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. And we're going to do the same along this cut edge here. So 1 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. And then what you can do, you can either draw a line or you can just go straight to cut. I'm going to go straight to cutting it. And then if you line up your 2 marks, let's start with your 1 inch one, and you're literally going to cut from that fold line down, and you do that with all of your marks. Okay, so you should end up with that, lots of strips. So now we're going to turn it round and we're going to come down this centre line, and what you want to do is you're going to cut the first strip off. So that's this one, that comes off completely. Leave the next one, then the middle one is going to come off, and the last one is going to come off. Okay, and what I've done is I've actually cut them just over the side of the score line, so then you haven't got bits of score line in the way. So you should be left with that. Okay, that's what you should end up with. So now you need to take this piece here, okay, and we're going to take this one here. I'm just going to turn this over because I've folded these pieces down like that. If you have it folded like that, and then you take this one, and what you want to do is you're going to put it in like that. So you've got your creases here, so it's heading up to the top. You've got your short piece at the front and your longer piece at the back. And I'm just going to glue all of this and stick it onto here so that these two cut edges line up. So let's just do that. So grab a bit of glue or red tape. Glue or red tape, either is fine. Okay, so I grab this piece here, turn this round, and then we're going to stick that onto there like that, and stick that down. So you should end up, obviously that's the shorter piece, and then you should end up with it like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to fold these two flaps over. I'm just going to turn it around because I find it easier to work at the top of things than the bottom of things. So we're going to turn this around. So we've now got, yeah, so this is upside down now, well, the way we had it. This is going to go over here like that. Okay, and then you're going to take your strip that you've got, and on these little tabs here, you're going to put some glue or red tape. I'm going to go for glue, but either will be fine as long as it's something strong, because this is a, you know, obviously you're making a construction piece. And I'm going to do it on both tabs. You could do one then the other. I'm going to do both at the same time because I'm daring like that. And then what we need to do, grab that, and then this is going to go face down onto that short piece and over the top of those strips. And you want to line it up so that the top of that strip lines up with the top of your short piece. I say short, I mean it comes to here, it's not the whole width. Okay, and then just press that down and get that stuck down into place. Just make sure obviously that you have got 1/2 inch tabs, because you don't want to stick these, you don't want to actually stick these down, they're just being held into place by that strip. You don't want them actually glued anywhere. Okay, so then you should end up hopefully with that. So they are actually free to move. As you can see, they're free to move. Okay, so then what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this round, and I'm actually going to do this one as a portrait, where the one I did on the live stream I did as a landscape. So you'll need a piece of mat that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. That's going to go on here, and then you've got a piece of pattern that's 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. I'm going to go ahead now and stick that down. If you want to, you can go ahead and decorate the rest of the front. I'm going to come back to the front just because I want to crack on with the inside. So we're going to open this up like this, and then in here you need one piece of mat that is 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then I've put a piece of white that is 3.5 by 6.5, and then here you've got a piece of mat that is 3 by 6 3/4, and a piece of pattern that's 2 3/4 by 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick those two down. Okay, so you should end up with that, hopefully. So now what we want to do is we want to put our panels on here. And I'm going to turn this round because I find it a bit easier this way around. So you'll need 2 pieces of base card, and these are 3 by 3 3/4. And what I'm going to do is these are going to go up here, but I want to make sure I only put a little bit, because when you fold this down, you can see, if it turns over, you can see you've only got like about 3/4 of an inch gap. So for that reason, I'm just going to put a line of tape just along both of these. And this tape is about just over 1/4 of an inch, I would say, roughly. I think that's right. Yeah, just skinny tape basically is what you want. Not too skinny, but okay, so we've got our 2 bits of red tape on. So now we're going to take the backing off one of them and take this panel. And what I want to do is I'm going to line it up so it lines up on this edge here, like that, but it also lines up with that top section. So like that. So then when that folds down, that also folds down. As you can see, it folds, it goes down, it's not impeded. And we're going to do the same on this one. So again, I'm just going to turn this around so I can actually see without getting my head in the way. So you want it to go, line it up along this side so it's straight. Line it up along that top so it's straight. There you go. And then as it goes down, and then it pops up. Okay, so then we want to go ahead and add our pattern and mat papers onto these. So you need 2 pieces of mat that are 2 3/4 by 3.5, and 2 pieces of pattern that are 2.5 by 3.25. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. Okay, so you should end up with that. So that's how it works. Now, if you are doing it this way round, it does actually stand up, as you would have seen in the live stream. So if you want to do it this way round, so it's landscape, then when you open it up, those two pop up. And what happens is if you can get it so that they actually stay. So it does sort of stand up a bit like an easel card, but it kind of stands up by itself. Obviously, if you're standing up like this, it's, you know, it's doing it anyway. The other thing as well is I would do, which I kind of haven't done, is just make sure that this strip here is quite a firm strip. This is actually quite thin, this strip, and you would want to go a bit thicker than that, because when it stood up like this one does tend to kind of sort of drop a little bit. So just make sure, you know, that you do that. You could, if you wanted to, not have 2 panels. You can maybe make it as 3 panels. You could make it as 1 panel. You can make it as many panels as you want to have, really. So yeah, there's obviously options open there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and decorate these. And I've just got these, which are out of my Yuletide wishes. So these are like little wreaths and poinsettias. You don't want anything too chunky because obviously you need to be able to close this. But I'm going to stick that on there. And then I think I might put something in the middle just to kind of hold these two together. Because if you've got something to hold these two together, you're then not going to have to worry about dropping or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead now and just quickly stick these together. Okay, so I put the 2 wreaths on, and then I found this Oh Holy Night, which I quite like. and I'm just going to stick that over the top. Whatever you choose, if you choose to do something that will hold the two together, you need to make sure it's not wider than these panels, because these panels are like the maximum when it slides in. If it's too wide, it won't slide in properly. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down, and I'm going to use some foam pads, I think. I'd prefer to use silicone glue, but I've been having some problem with silicone glue, so I think we'll go with foam pads. Okay, so there we have the finished cards. Obviously, it all slides down. Well, it's not finished, inside finished. Obviously, you need to stamp a greeting. I meant to stamp before I did everything, and I forgot. And then on the front, I've just got a Merry Christmas, which I think I'm just going to put on the front there. And I'm just going to use pads just for ease. Okay, so there you have it. Obviously, you could put more on the front if you wanted to, but I think because the main event's on the inside, I don't mind so much. And then you have these slide-out panels. I think it's quite a cool card. So really like it. Don't forget to go and check out Anne from Positively Papercraft. Don't forget to go and check out her video. I've linked it in the description below. But yeah, it's really nice. So you've got that. You can see all the workings on the back, but I was trying to work out a way of covering that, but successfully you can't really cover it. I mean, you could. It reminds me a little bit of the there's like an aperture card. I can't remember what it's called. That has a similar kind of mechanism, and the back section is covered, but yeah, I don't mind too much. That's what you're going to see. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Don't forget to share my video if you can with other people. Also go check out my paper pack. This is the Yuletide Wishes paper pack that I showed you at the beginning. So it's available over on Amazon's paper pads, and it's also available as a digital kit in my Ko-fi shop as well. So don't forget to go and check those out. Yeah, and I hope I see you all again next time. Bye.